guys. Welcome to the latest edition of 22 Podcast. So today we are looking forward to Brentford versus Manchester United. We know about the disastrous start of Manchester United losing against Brighton at home. We know that's not good. We've seen how their fans reacted to their news of trying to sign Anatovic and Rabiot. We've seen how their fans reacted, so we know a lot of things are not right behind the scene. We all know about the speculations of Cristiano Ronaldo leaving the club or not. A lot of things have just been unstable with the club, and and most of their fans are just hoping that they will have something to celebrate after a tough week. So talking points about Manchester United versus Brentford. Manchester United are playing away. We saw that last week that even with their fans behind them when they played at home, they only played well for like close to 20 minutes or so before they all lose their rhythm and Brighton hammered them twice. They could only respond once. They didn't have any answer to what their position was. The questions of position were thrown at them. So this match obviously is going to be a tough one. We don't know yet if Cristiano will start, but I think he's going to start because nobody else is going to save them. They don't have anyone who can produce the numbers. Even Martial, that was good during the preseason, is already out injured. So I don't think he's going to try Eriksen as his number 9 this weekend. I think he's going to start the main man, Cristiano. What will their defense look like? Personally, if I'm the coach, Maguire won't even start the last match. I'm not saying this to shame him. I'm just saying this according to stats. Like, we all know what Maguire is like. We all know how awful he has been last season. And even the last match, he could not do anything differently. He's still the normal Maguire, we know. So I think I'll go with Varane and Martinez for my defense if I'm Eric Ten Hag. But personally, I think Maguire will still start because Man United don't learn easily. I think Maguire will still start, but I'm definitely sure Dalot is not starting this game. I'm sure they will use their new signing, Malacia. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Yeah, I think it's Malacia. I think that's the guy that is going to start on the left hand side. I think he's the one who is going to start the left back. So another talking point is, will Fred and McTominay start? It's so funny that Fred and McTominay are still associated with a big team like Manchester United. That's if they are still a top team. Obviously, if some people still regard them as a top team. But I think the only thing remaining of Man United now is their heritage and their name and their history. Nothing presently to hype Man United about, honestly. So we don't know if Fred and McTominay will still start, but if the two of them are starting at that midfield, I think we are still going to have a lot to say after the match. Yeah, so Brentford Manchester United, personally, my prediction is I will hope they draw. Sincerely, that's the best I can wish them. But deep down, I know, as in, Brentford can be a pain in the ass. We could see what they did to Leicester. From 2-0 down, they still salvage a point. They have this attitude of scoring against big teams. You could see what they did to Liverpool last season. This team is a team that constantly score. They are not afraid to score. They are not afraid to challenge. They are not afraid to play high against big teams. So Personally, I think Manchester United won't keep a clean sheet. I think Manchester United will keep a clean sheet. I think it's going to be 1-1 or a draw. Or if they are lucky, because they have Cristiano on their side, they might win the game. But personally, as of now, there's nothing to be hyped up about Manchester United. But I just wish, for the sake of their fans, they have a good game, because it won't be good losing back to back. That will feel awful and terrible. We have Arsenal versus Leicester. So Leicester, Arsenal had a very good start of the season. They played well, but some were saying, "Oh, it's only against Crystal Palace. It's not much to look forward to." But I watched their first game. I saw how impressive they were and how good they were on that night. So let us see how Arteta is going to line up. Is he going to keep his lineup like the last game against Crystal Palace? Is he going to be Ben White at the right back with Saliba and Gabriel at the central back? Let's just see how the defense look like. Let us see how the midfield look like. If he's going to change anything around Xhaka and Thomas Partey, but I don't think he needs to. Odegaard as 10. Let's just see how we line up this time around. Right now between Gabriel Jesus and Jamie Vardy. Let's see how there's a lot to look forward to, seriously. Personally, I think this game is going to be a very intense and very fast game, because we know what both teams look like in attack. They have this immense quality in attack. Let's see. The two attack is going to test the two defense. That's why I just say, like, the two teams knows how to attack very well, and they play beautiful football. We can only hope for the. Let's see how Chelsea targets Fofana. Let's see how we react to this test. Let's see how we react. Let's see if it's worth the hype, because I'm seeing some report about they've set the price of 90 million for the young defender. Let's see if it's really worth that money. Seriously, I'm really skeptical about him, because we've seen how these big signings turn out this year and last season and the season before. It doesn't just work for those big teams. Spending big money on a player, at the end of the day, you might not get what you're looking for, probably because you're just looking at that price tag and their output is not always matching most times. But I hope Chelsea get what they want, and I hope he really don't drop his performance, because it will be a big L, because if you chase this guy like forever. So guys, this is a new session I'm just starting. It's the match forecast. This is where I talk about important games, not really going on deep analysis. I'm just forecasting on what the score might be and who is going to win. So let's start with EPL. I picked just 3 games from England to forecast. So number one, I'm going with Arsenal versus Leicester. Like I said before, I've tipped Arsenal to win, so I will go for 3-1. I think Arsenal will score 3 goals and Leicester will really get one. Number two, Man City versus Bournemouth. Given the fact that Man City have always won that team, I'll give it 3-0. I think Manchester City is going to just cruise to win. It's going to be an easy game. Number three, Brentford versus Manchester United. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Let's go to Spain, which they kick off yesterday. We have Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. Last season, I don't think Barcelona won Rayo Vallecano at all. It was a tough game for them. But this season, I'm going for Barca scoring 3-1. We had report that they've registered all their new signings except from Jules Koundé. So I think the team has vast resources to get past this team easily. Let's go to Germany, where I've picked just 2 games to predict. RB Leipzig versus Cologne. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, honestly. Choosing Arfilese to win 4-1 with the re-signing of Timo Werner. I think he's going to perform in his previous club, which he entertained everyone in Europe before Chelsea picking him up. And now they've re-signed him on a permanent deal. I felt like he really achieved what he needed to in England. He won Champions League and some other titles. So he did his best at least. The second game, Berlin versus Eintracht Frankfurt, which they have lost 2 games on a row. 2 important games. They lost against Bayern Munich and they've lost against Real Madrid in Super Cup. Obviously, those teams are bigger than them, but this time around we saw they didn't really put up much of a fight. They could not do much. After losing their main man, Kostic, he could not play in that last match. So we know how Kostic has been important for this side. They've already sold him to Juventus. So I'm going with a 2-2. I'm going with a 2-2 draw. Let's go down to Italy, where I've also picked 2 games to predict. AC Milan versus Udinese. So I think the defending champion will still keep their amazing run. They are going to cruise with an easy win, 2-0, 2-0. And the second one I'm going to choose another Milan team is Lis versus Inter Milan. Lis, I think that's how it's pronounced, versus Inter Milan. I think with the resigning of Lukaku, and we know how much forward Inter has, like Dzeko, Dzeko, yeah, Dzeko, Dzeko, Taro Martinez, the list go on and on. Dumfries, we know the attacking prowess they have. So I think Milan will win away from home 3-0. And let's go down to France, where we basically have probably just one team to talk about, PSG. I think they are going to win like crazy at home. Their first game at home, I think they're going to win 4 goals to 1. Yes, 4 goals to 1. They are not the best at keeping clean sheets, so I think they'll win 4 goals to 1. Yeah. Thanks for watching this episode. Thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I hope you click the like button and you've also turned on your bell notification so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Thanks.
Thanks for watching 22 Podcast. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and like the video.